Alrighty, so I have decided that as the Let's Player, I reserve the right to change my mind, and I also reserve the right to do whatever I want, which is why I'm gonna reload my overheal save. Oh, I have to fight the goblins again. Hold on a second. We're gonna just fight the goblins because it's fun to do. Skip. Die. Bro, this goblin fight is going so well, actually. Like, not even sarcasm. Epic. Die. Nice. Alright. And then I believe Belfer should give me the last couple of courage points. Well, quote-unquote last. You know, whatever. I'll just hop over the invisible wall here, and my way down. So, yep, I have 2150. I'm actually going to just kind of walk my way back to the beginning of the level now. In theory, I could have just reloaded one of my saves from earlier and played up to the end of the level, which I don't really want to do because that would take a lot more time than just backtracking. But the other cool thing about backtracking from here is I'll get to show off something that in any other Let's Play or speedrun or anything doesn't really have any reason to be shown off. So it's something that even a lot of speedrunners might not necessarily know about. I'm sure some of the top level runners know about it, but it's just something, you know, a little bit cool, a little bit different. The nice thing about backtracking through this level is that it doesn't actually take as long as just navigating through a level does, because a lot of the stuff that you would normally have to grab in this stage is kind of like out of the way, like not on a super linear path. Which means that if we're backtracking, we can just take a pretty linear path to get, you know, back to the start. We're just going to head up here. Ooh, I get to run through the whole Stone Giant area again, don't I? This should actually be interesting, because there's some platforming that, I don't know that I've done in reverse before. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go. Now, this shouldn't be too bad, though. Down here. Then I should just be able to, yep, make that jump. Okay. And then here, should just have to climb back up. Oh, wait. There's a rope right there. Can I just... I can. I wasn't sure if I could make that. Alright, now here's where we find out if that big white courage point is actually the one I missed. Okay, cool. It is. If it wasn't, then I would have just reset my save and continued on playing, and no one would have ever even known where that courage point was, or what I missed, or anything like that. Alrighty, big white courage points. Easy stuff. And now what I'm gonna do is, instead of re-backtracking all the way through the level, I'm just going to do that. So the thing about this area, and this was the cool thing that I mentioned being able to show off since I did this, is that this area of the level is always loaded. Like, to an extent, it's always loaded. This part over here, this big floor over here is loaded, but the path leading up to it isn't loaded. But, like, if you could, in theory, find some way to get to this area without playing the rest of the level, you know, you would save quite a bit of time on that. I believe the Goblin Arena also is... Yeah, correct. The Goblin Arena also is not loaded, which is the reason that I came to fight the goblins first. Because I wanted to actually be able to, you know, fight them. Hello. There we go. And then we can just end the level. By the way, you don't even have to talk to Gandalf. You can just pop into the tunnel, and there's just like a end trigger down here. But yeah, that's the level. What did I buy? Potion? I'm gonna buy potion again. And I'm gonna skip the cutscenes because I watched them in the last video. Let's go ahead and save.
elves for this glowing blade.
You know what? I think that's a great idea, Bilbo. Nice. I'm just gonna wait for a second to get my jump attack back, because the jump attack is very, very helpful against these bats. Perfect. Okay, and then this guy. Perfect. Okay. And that should be everything down there, so now I can just continue down this way. Why did I do that? So the fun thing about these, like, eels or whatever they're called, is that if you just wait by one of these, they will all eventually just meander their way over to the one. So I don't even have to put in a whole lot of effort to, like, fighting them, because I can just wait by this one hole and they'll all eventually just make their way here. As a matter of fact, that's all of them. Anyway, onward to victory. That was fun. Hee. Onward down into my favorite part of the level. Not really, but actually I do enjoy this part a lot more than a lot of people. So this part of the level has spiders. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this a fun way, where I'm going to just lure all of the spiders to one area. Not the web, thank you. And then we're just gonna do that. And that got most of them. There we go. There's like how many more? Couple more. A couple little stragglers. Okay. There are those. And you? Now is that all of them? It is not. That's all of them. Now, fun fact, here you can just like jump on this web vine and jump straight to there. Obviously, that's not how I'm doing things, because, you know, we want to actually get the stuff in this area. What? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, fine, die. I was trying to do the Sumrock glitch and it just wasn't working. Like, I couldn't swap my weapons properly, so I just gave up and ended up doing it the normal, boring way with my stick. Cut the web, I beg of you, thank you. Okay, there's coins there. There's also probably coins in that one. Yes, that's correct. I want to make sure I've actually got everything down here, because missing more coins would be a terrible shame. Yeah, you know what? I do believe that's everything, actually. So we're going to continue onward. Did I get everything down there? I think I did. I did. Filled with self-doubt. Alrighty. Cut the web. Oh, so fun fact about this door, actually. So this door actually has a leftover switch that's located out of bounds. And if you manage to hit the switch, you can kind of just open the door, but there's still a giant invisible wall here, so you still can't get through. Like, the door itself isn't what's blocking you off, it's the wall. I mean, the door does still have its own collision, but there's also a big invisible wall. Not really sure exactly why, but yeah, the door obviously has a switch and you can open it. But, you know, that's just a little thing I figured I would show off. It's kind of cool. Alrighty, continuing onward. Hey guys, guess what? I have a cool jump attack. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if the invisible wall unloaded? Not at all. Anyway, hello, Mr. Dwarf. You're not one of my dwarfs.
A dwarf?
I love how there's all of these unique creatures of Middle-earth, and the game devs were like, man, you know who Bilbo should rescue? A 14th dwarf. I don't think there's enough dwarves in this game.
Very well. Go down into the mines and find a large gate. bribe Ugslap the
There's
guard and
so
you're
many
open.
instructions in this
When you
one
get
little
through that
speech.
gate, climb
He's
up to
like,
the jail.
yeah, bro,
That's where they take you when
you
I finish
should,
my work on the mining
you should
contraptions.
go talk to the goblin
Freely, and I will help you escape.
and then bribe him, and then he'll, open the gate, and then you can come and save me. Because I really need saving. We'll find out a little bit later. I don't know if he really needs to be saved by someone else as bad as he's claiming. Dude, these ladders are the best. There we
What's
go.
that noise? Goblins!
I love my attacking into the cutscene there. Dude, this game is the best sometimes. Speaking of goblins, this is where combat becomes a lot of fun. Bruh. Die. Thank you. Alright, now... Okay, this one has... Okay, how many are there total? I don't actually know. There we go. Should just be the 2, I believe. Yeah, there's 2. Okay. Anyway. Nice. Oh, you saw Bilbo's head in the cutscene there. Dude, his vision must be insane if he can see, like, around all of these walls and whatnot. Cameraman doing heavy lifting right now.
That must be the gate I need.
That, in fact, is the gate you need, Bilbo Baggins. Boxes. Alrighty.
What an odd-looking contraption.
So what I was talking about with like hidden courage points and stuff in the previous level, where I like the way they're hidden. This level, I don't know. I'm a little bit more mixed on it. Some of them are hidden in kind of reasonable places, and some of them are just really kind of random. Hold on. What? What? Where did the? Where? What? Okay. That was odd. Alrighty. Mr. Goblin. I don't really want to deal with you. There we go. Yeah, the some rock glitch is going to get used a lot in this. Okay. Die. Die. Thank you. Okay, is that everything? That is, in fact, everything. Well, that was easy. Up we go. Well, that was the easiest fight in Planet Earth. Or Planet Middle-earth. And then... this guy, I should be able to... He's dead. And I get all of his courage points, too. That's crazy. You know what? I wonder if there was, like, some spider earlier in the level that unloaded and his courage points just popped to me when he hit the death barrier or something. That would actually make a lot of sense. Oh, we don't get the goblin running across the bridge this time. So sometimes the goblin who's over there, like, dashes across the bridge as soon as it... Oh, there he is. Oh no, he's doing the thing where he glitches out. Bro, how did I do that? There we go. Now he's dead. Nice. Already managed to use a bunch of rocks. I do have freeze rocks over here. So the thing about freeze rocks is they're actually less powerful than regular stones, given the some rock glitch that I'm using. Which is why I'm not even bothering to pick them up right now. I mean, in theory, they're, like, cool. Like, they freeze the enemies so that you can kind of just attack them in place for a while. But, again, the some rock glitch allows you to kill almost anything in one hit anyway, as you've seen from me killing almost everything in one hit. So, freeze rocks actually manage to, like, make things worse in that regard. Alright, that should be everything over in this area. Oh, right. Chest. Alrighty. I believe coming up here in a minute is one of the only blue chests in the game that doesn't have, like, a code to it, a puzzle to solve to open it. You gotta be careful here. The camera here makes things terrible, and I can't see anything that I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's this blue chest right up here to the right. And then, fun fact, a lot of people know about it, but a lot of people don't actually know how to get to it. If you jump on this box and then up here, you can grab this little ledge, and there's a big white courage point hidden up here on this banister. A lot of people think that you have to go way later in the level and drop down from that little minecart shaft to get it. That is not how you have to get it. But yeah, you grab that box, and you continue on your way. Camera. There we go. Nice. These boards, like, fall out from under me, so I don't have to worry about that, because I can jump. Ah! Might die. Showing off my epic chest skills. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. If I get to too low of health, I will just immediately reset. Maybe. Or maybe I'll let it happen. Imagine my first accidental death in the playthrough and it's from a chest. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, okay. See, this is why we have potions, is so that if things like that happen, I can just save myself. Okay, I did get the one that was at the bottom of that lift. Okay. Let's see if there's one at the top of this lift. I doubt it, but just in case, there is not. Okay. Bro, really? There we go. Alright, mushrooms.
How am I supposed to lower this bridge? Now, those barrels might be useful.
That's crazy. That's a crazy idea, Bilbo. You know what else is a crazy idea? I don't want to quite hit the barrel yet. I'd rather hit the goblin first, if I can. Because if I hit the barrel first, then it will automatically kill the goblin. And I don't think I want that. Ooh. Alright, let's lower this side of the bridge. And then I'll head over here real quick while it's on my mind. Bro, he knocked my jump attack. Didn't even do anything for me. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Nice. Courage point. This is another area where the camera is really awful. There we go. Okay. And then fun fact about this little area. This chest and this ledge actually make a really powerful combination that kind of just let you get up here. I love it. Alrighty. Dead. There's another one chilling over there. I don't think this is a good idea, so I'm just gonna wait out my jump attack. There we go. That should be all of them. And then I'll go ahead and grab this chest. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything else up here that I want to do right now, because I have to go through this area later anyway. So I'm just going to kind of go back down. And then there are some rocks here, so I'll go ahead and grab those. Whee! There we go. Going on and continuing on my adventure. I should be able to just hit that from here. Nice. Easy, easy. Then were there mushrooms over here? Did I already grab those? I did already grab those mushrooms, so I don't need to worry about those. Just kind of looking around, making sure I haven't missed anything super obvious yet. Oh, there is one mushroom right here. Alrighty. This is where things might actually get a little bit scary. because of the current arrangement of things. Okay. Gotta be careful. Also, I'm just getting that, like, 1 courage point, and then I'm going back up here. The reason is, I don't actually have to, like, ride the lifts all the way down, because I can just do this. Oh, there's also some mushrooms over here, so that's nice. This chest is wild, because it very rarely gives you enough time. Like, you saw how fast that dial was moving. Alrighty, down here. Should be able to just yeet these guys. I don't know if I'm going to do my whole strat this time of just waiting at the one hole for all of them to show up. But I will kill a few of them like this. Oh. I don't like that. There we go. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go. We're going on vacation. Oh, fire rocks. I didn't even want to get powered rocks, but I guess I have them now, so that's fine. A lot of these guys are pretty easy because I can just, like, slam them, and my jump attacks are refilling themselves quickly enough that I don't have to terribly worry. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Where did that goblin go? Honestly, I'll just utilize the fire rocks. It only takes, what, 2 hits? Oh. Okay, now I'll use actual summon for a bit. Okay. We'll kill you. We'll kill you. Flies and spiders is going to be a blast like this, by the way. Ah! Some of these chests I hate. Sometimes the chests just give, like, the worst patterns. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna wait on the mushrooms. Oh, nice. Actually managed to eat them both in 1 hit. Now I'll go back for some mushrooms. Okay, maybe I actually need to. There we go. Tried to wait it out for as long as I could. It didn't want to work. That was a little bit scary, actually. Righty. Honestly, are there more mushrooms back here? There might actually be. I know there was a health potion in this box, and I already got it. You know what? I'm gonna grab these just to have a refill on rocks. Alright. Fun times. That ledge, there is a way to, like, jump up and grab it, but it's kind of annoying to do. And honestly, if I were to do anything with that ledge, I prefer doing this, where you just, like, climb up from this side. There is a more intended way to go and get this stuff, but I'm not doing it because it's more fun to do this. Oh, apparently it's more fun to do that. Okay. Refilling rocks again, because why not? Nice. Alrighty, anyway. I do believe that's everything now. So it's time to go talk to Mr. Goblin Guard. Oh, more mushrooms, cool.
Could you open this gate for me, sir, please?
What are you? A little rabbit got away from the cooks?
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Little rat. If you want this gate open,
You should consider being nicer,
get the
Mr. Goblin.
stone from Crugby. Fix the broken dwarf lift, and you can steal the wartstone from Crugby.
So fun fact about that. Don't actually need the wartstone to do that, because you can kind of just do this. Hold on. There we go. Fun little thing. And now we are actually in the area where we would normally need the wartstone. But all I'm going to do over here, I'm not actually going to get the wartstone yet. I'm just going to kind of navigate around and grab these chests and the stuff over here. A little bit of it. There's several reasons why I'm not grabbing the wartstone right now. That span from it glitches the rest of the game out too. I just don't want to play that way. There are ways to go about this level and still do everything that you're supposed to do in a sort of roundabout order, but none of them, I think, actually allow you to do 100%, at least not from what I've tested, and that's because of the way that certain, like, courage points spawn in and stuff like that. But yeah, I killed the goblin over here. As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and head down here, and down here, because there's some stuff down here that I can get. Like those coins and stuff like that. And then next time when I come back, I can just, you know, ride the lift and basically be done with that area. Oh boy, how did that do so much damage? That's crazy. Anyway, up the ladder. Why did I take out my sword? I don't want my sword out. We are saving up the ladder across the platforms. Down. And down.
I need to fix this lift to get the wartstone. Looks like it's missing a lever.
That's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, this level's basically just a really long, like, fetch quest level, where we go from one area to another collecting stuff. So it's gonna be that for a minute. This lift actually is gonna lead me back up to the area that I was at a few minutes ago. Before I, you know, went and talked to Krugbit. If we climb all the way up here. Yep, knew it. That's one of the areas where there's like courage points hidden on top of chains and stuff. Okay. I guess we'll go this way now. Oh, hello. So fun fact,
I can ride that lift now.
if Bilbo's talking to himself, he can't actually take enemy damage. I just decided to show that off there real quick. You know what? Die. There we go. Fun times. I think that's everything here. They're right here. I believe this lift is one of them that has a courage point at the very top. Yep. And there's another broken lift. Fun. Guess we have to go find the piece of the other broken lift. Okay. Dead. Okay, breaking stuff. Nice. I might as well grab the safe pad. There we go. There's some more stuff here. Oh wow, I kinda like slope boosted there. Key.
Another key.
Nice. And that goes to the lift that we were just at, I suppose. Alrighty. Onward and downward. By the way, the wartstone that we need to get is also right there, and we can also, in theory, make the jump from right here. There's like 3,000 ways to get to the wartstone without taking the normal intended path. Some of them are kind of tight to do, other ones are actually super easy.
I hope the goblins don't mind me starting all their contraptions.
Alrighty. This is one of the areas where it's a little bit scary to get an extra thing because of the minecart passing right here. But it's also not that bad. So honestly, this part of the Let's Play might end up only being one level because of how long this level is. I wouldn't even mind flies and spiders being its own part, to be completely honest. Riding, riding, riding. Riding, riding, riding. Get across, get across, get across. Get across, get across, Bilbo. Anyway, heading over here for a big white courage point. That was almost scary. Up the ladder. What? Okay, fine. We'll fight you the normal way. There we go. Oh, I love that. There we go. Collision in this game is just the best sometimes.
Haven't these goblins heard of key rings?
Nice. Did he actually break these or no? No, okay. Wasn't sure from the way that things were situated. Be-dooby-dooby-dooby. Alrighty. Onward, and then this, over here, is the room that I was in a bit ago. A while ago. If and you should remember. We came through here and there were all the goblins and stuff. We climbed up a way that we weren't supposed to go. Anyway. Making a save. And this one is the longest lift by far. We just get to ride across. Ride across. Ride across. Ride across. Ride across. All the way across. All the way across. There we go. Onward and upward.
Here's the lever I need to fix that lift.
Oh dear. For some reason I thought that was going to be bad. It wasn't. Nice. And now the lift is activated. I get it, I really do. I understand what you're trying to tell me, game. Oh my goodness. So, I definitely would have missed that ledge if it hadn't been for that chain. Alrighty, you know what? Let's have some fun. What? How did that miss him? There we go. Easy. I'll go ahead and grab a quick stone refill. I can basically just keep using these as stone refills forever. Because there's the respawning fire rocks over there. On top of the 2 piles of regular rocks that I just grabbed. And then this, if y'all remember, is the area we were in earlier. Okay. I think I am gonna have to, like, actually kind of ride around here a little bit to get to the courage point. These lifts are terrible, by the way. There we go. There's not even one up there. I was so excited for that. Alrighty, well, I may as well go ahead and save. Alrighty, so real actual life got in the way for a second, so there is going to be a cut in this video, as you probably literally just experienced a moment ago. But, that's perfectly fine. We're just going to keep playing like there was no cut at all. You know, it's the same time period as it was before. Hello, Mr. Krugpit. You can die. Oh, you know what? I should have summoned him. But honestly, he doesn't really fight back, so it's not even that big of a deal. I could just, like, you know, yeet him. Perfect. Not perfect. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at how good I am at chests. Literally never made a mistake on a chest in my life. Especially not one that required me to use a potion to fix it afterwards. Nothing like that. Never done anything like that in my life. Ever, never, ever. I'm just that good at the video game. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something, but I also know for a fact I'm not missing anything. Is there like a... Okay, there is now. I had to check to see if there was maybe like a courage point I was missing or something. Oh, you know what? Did I get the courage point at the bottom of the... I did. Don't even know why I'm worried. Let's continue going this way. I do know normally there would be like a goblin over here, but I already killed him, so I don't have to worry about that. I do have to worry about getting like the courage point that's over here and all that stuff. And then right here is the way that you're like supposed to get these courage points. However, guess who doesn't have to worry about that? Because he already got them earlier. Anyway. Hello, Mr. Goblin.
I found your wartstone. Now please, open the gate.
Oh, I'll open the gate.
Ah, that's fun. I think he's ready to fight. There we go. And he's dead. Don't even have to worry about him. Dude, I love the Sum glitch so much. By the way, in case any of you were wondering, it's called Sum Rock, S-U-M-M Rock. It stands for Super Ultra Mega Meta Rock, because I thought I was being really funny when I found it and came up with the name. But, hold on, did I get... There's gonna be a lot of hold on, did I get everything in this video, isn't there? I mean, I feel like I did. But I also feel like I missed something. Hold on. Chess 18 out of 23. You know what? That actually checks. That checks. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna climb up now. Up we go. Unlike Overhill and Underhill's caves, this level's layout actually makes some semblance of sense. Alrighty. Open sesame. 7. Nice. Whoa. That was scary. Alrighty, so this part is going to be fun because I am not going to play this the intended way at all.
Those guards look much too strong for me. I'd better not try to fight them.
Man, don't know how we're going to manage to get past these guys.
I need to set him free.
If only there was a way, a super easy way to, like, get through this whole area. Where are the goblin guards? Okay, there's this guy. He's the only one I really need to worry about at this moment in time. So I'm just gonna chill behind these boxes. And... hello. Ah, man, that's crazy. There's a lever over there? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold the phone. There we go. Go and back up. So this area over here, you can kind of just make it across by doing a little long jump like that. And then the goblins up here are not programmed to be able to see you at all. I guess they're just like blind goblin guards or something. But yeah, over here you can kind of just chill out in this area and they will never catch you. I mean, the ones at the bottom can still catch you if you're not smart, which is kind of silly. Like, the goblins who are farther away at the lower level are more of a threat than the goblins up here. Also, that lever opens up a little, thing. But yeah, see? You can even actually, like, fight them. But you can never do any damage to them because they aren't programmed to be able to actually take damage. And this lever just drops that ladder. The ladder that you're supposed to use to get up here, but I never do. Because I have other ways. Alrighty. I actually attacked him. That was kind of silly. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Anyway, just waiting out the green. Do I have enough time? Oh my goodness. I just barely did. That was scary. I don't think I even messed up anything in that chest either, which means that the chest is just not very nice. Master Stick Tactics. Dude, that's awesome, actually. So I've got, like, epic stick battle charm now. Right, now here, I do want to get back down. Things I do want to do include getting back down. Things I don't want to do include getting caught. Also, I don't think I have to worry about, like, health right now, because it's not like I'm fighting these guys anyway. I do still have to be careful, though, as to not get caught. Oh, you know what I don't want to do?
Is that you, Baggins?
Bruh, quiet down.
About the gods.
Get me out of this cage!
Dude, I love this guy.
That switch opens the gate to this cell.
Yes, but what about the god?
Once this gate is open, you won't have to worry about him anymore.
That's so funny, actually.
Hey, Goblin! You're just a filthy spawn of an elf! Shut up!
And then if I get a good cycle... Yep. He's running the other way, so I can just run over and hit the switch, and that frees Mr. Balfour. And now we get, E-rated video game moment. And Bilbo's faces are so goofy, dude.
Many long years, those goblins forced me to work on these dwarf-built mining contraptions.
That's crazy.
Honor demands their destruction.
But, like,
Follow
I
that
legitimately
path.
believe he could have just
The minecart will
escaped
take
if he
you
had
out of
tried.
these goblin caves.
Like, if he was able to fight them that easily, he probably could have just, you know, fought them. Okay, there are mushrooms over here, and then I believe I already got everything on the top level. There is some stuff on the... Oh, wait. Did more courage points spawn up here, or did I just not get them before? Interesting. Oh yeah, definitely more spawn up here after you fought all the goblins. I actually didn't know that. That's kind of a neat discovery. That's cool, though. I like it. Now I gotta check around and make sure everything else didn't, like, spawn more stuff. Yeah, no, I think we're golden. All these boxes can be broken, too. This box, too, I don't know if it's, like, a leftover from, like, a debug thing or whatever, but this box right here can also be broken, and when you do it, it just explodes. I think that's cool, at least. Anyway, what you're supposed to do to get up here is you're supposed to push this box over and then use that to climb up. You don't have to do that, because you can just use the breakable boxes as the step. I think it's pretty cool, pretty neat, you know, a lot of stuff. Also, this room over here has nothing in it. Like, I used to think that maybe there was something hidden back here and you had to, like, find some secret way to open these doors or something. As it turns out, that's not the case. I was a silly little kid, and silly little kids think silly little kid things. But anyway, grabbing the rest of the stuff in this stage, we may as well go ahead and save again. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, there's more boxes. Nice. That should be all of the courage points around this area. And I think there's only like one chest I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, that's correct, and I know exactly where that chest is, too. So if anything, I will definitely have all of the chests in this level. Maybe not all of the courage points and silver pennies. It's really easy to miss stuff in this stage. And these chains, if you climb all the way up, also give you... Never mind, I thought there were extra courage points at the top of the chains. I was misled. Okay, he's dead. And he's dead. And that's both of them. And then that should be everything. And then if we look out here, that's the room that we started the level in. So, now I can just ride the minecart.
The minecart. Looks like this is the way out of here.
There is one, like, little secret area that the minecart leads to. And that's where I'm going to be going right now. In order to get there, I want to avoid these first couple switches, and then there's one hiding just around the corner right here that I'm going to hit. And it's going to lead me to the little minecart room that I want to go to. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. And then here's the last... Well, that's a Waters of Vigor. And then this is the area I was talking about earlier with people think that you have to drop down from here to get the big courage point right there onto that thing. Obviously, you don't, because you can get it the way that I showed. Come to think of it, it's kind of funny that there's one courage point that normally requires you to use a breakable box to get up to an area, but then there's another area where you can just use a breakable box to get up to it and it's not intentional. Kind of funny to think about, I suppose. Anyway, speaking of minecarts, we're gonna take the minecart to the end of the level. It's always fun when I'm riding the minecart through here and I see like a courage point just floating and I'm like, oh man, I missed that one. Well, no going back now. But actually, literally no going back now because there is nothing to go back for. Although, I may as well do the thing again where I show off a little thing that's kind of just located in an area where you would never be able to get to it that I find kind of interesting. And that is... Hold on a moment. Let me turn this on. I'm going to go ahead and just fly up here using the dev fly mode. Again, shoutouts to M Karma for making this possible. Obviously, the busted minecart is kind of just chilling up here. You can't, like, hit it or anything. It's got actual, like, collision on it. But, like, normally you wouldn't be able to reach it, so it's kind of just a silly little thing. What's more interesting to me is that there's this whole, like, little cave area over to the side with this big sign with the arrow on it, with, like, the word exit on the back. Which makes me kind of wonder if maybe, like, originally there was a different way to go or something. Like, originally there was going to be some sort of secret up here. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is that, once again, I have to completely close out the game and reopen it in order to not have the speedrun tool, you know, active forever and infinity. But anyway, yeah, I've shown that off now. I guess I'm just going to go into the cave. Curious how much I got. Oh, I did get everything, actually. That's epic.
Ugh, what
So,
nasty, slimy things live here.
in case you couldn't tell, this is Gollum's lair. There's also water over here, but you can't get into it because there's a giant invisible wall blocking it off. But if you use, like, one of the hacker tools to get into the water, it is actually water that you can drown in. So I don't know why they disabled the ability to go over to it, considering it just functions like regular water. 3 more courage points, and also a hidden health potion just chilling right here. And I can't collect it because I'm full on health potions. Like, I used 2 of them in this level, and I'm still full on health potions. As a matter of fact, the only thing I'm not full on... Well, I mean, I can use another Waters of Vigor, but I also don't quite have a lot of antidotes yet. But health potions? Psh, we got them all. Anyway.
Hello, what's this? A ring?
It's a ring. I'm sure that that ring doesn't do anything special or unique at all, and that it's just a perfectly normal ring. We are going to buy Rock Bag Upgrade. I've got 254 more coins. You know what? I'm not going to spend them, because I don't need them.
Lost again in the tunnels, Bilbo found a gleaming golden ring.
Wow, that's epic.
He put the mysterious ring in his pocket.
That's a great idea.
He realized he was not alone.
That's what I do every time I find weird gleaming golden rings. I just put them in my pocket right away.
A mysterious creature named Gollum. They agreed to play
Boys,
the ancient game
it's
of
everybody's favorite Lord of the Rings
riddles.
character,
The rules were
Gollum.
simple. If Gollum lost the game, he would show Bilbo the way out. But if Bilbo lost, Gollum would eat a tasty dinner.
Ooh.
Soon, Bilbo couldn't think of any more riddles.
Okay, that is actually kind of a creepy drawing, to be honest. It's less creepy when the light fades out a bit.
Is it scrumptious?
What have I got in my pocket?
Not fair.
You know, I'm gonna have to side with Gollum on this one. That's not a fair riddle.
This string. Nothing.
All wrong. Now, show me the way out.
We must go and get something first.
What have I got in my pocket?
My ring.
I like how the rings effect is just super delayed for some reason.
What has it got in its nasty little pockets? It must know the way out!
Man, that's the exact cutscene from earlier.
Bilbo followed Gollum out of the cave and found his friends on the other side of the Misty Mountains. But they were not out of danger.
There's so
A
much
pack of
happening
wild
here.
wargs attacked.
Honestly, I wish that this had been an actual level in the game. Like, I would have liked to play the Warg level if it had been in the game. I think it would have been cool. Gandalf fighting with lightning. Uh-oh.
The trees.
Yeah, I think there's some song here in the book. I can't actually remember the lyrics of it, but I know that there is a song having to do with, like, burning the trees. Yeah, 15 birds and 5 fir trees or something. Bro, Thorin, I can't get over how different Thorin's model looks in these cutscenes compared to, like, everywhere else in the game.
When they reached
I think
safety,
this might be the
Gandalf
longest book
said
page
goodbye
cinematic
to his
in
old
the
friend,
entire game.
Lord of the Eagles. At the edge of Mirkwood, Gandalf announced he was leaving again. He showed them a
Bro,
trail
Gandalf
through
just
the
pops in
forest
and out. He's like,
and warned them
I'm
not
here.
to stray
Now I'm
from
not
the
here.
path.
Yo, now I'm here again.
Soon,
Now
their
I'm not here.
supplies ran low. One day, the hungry dwarves saw wood elves feasting in the forest, and they left the path.
I don't think that was a good idea.
The wood elves vanished. Bilbo found himself lost and alone.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Thorin? Oh, can't fusticate these dwarves. They knew better than to get lost in Mirkwood Forest. Well,
So,
I'd better
in
find
terms of casual play, this is both like my least and my favorite and least favorite level at the same time. It's difficult to describe how I feel about this level. Also, yeah, we can use the ring now. Like, I love this level, but I also hate this level. There's a lot of just, like, goofy, fun stuff I can do throughout this whole level that makes it a very enjoyable experience. Die. There's 2 more over there. Bro, how did that do nothing? Okay, we'll die. There we go. I think those guys are probably a little bit easier and more consistent to kill with the sword. I actually just don't care at all. What I do care about is that I'm killing him with the stick. Alrighty, we've got things. Also, I think I may have missed something.
I do hope he's all right.
You're not really supposed to be able to go back like that, but... Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's, like, courage points hidden in bushes and stuff. Kind of like in Unexpected Party, where there were a bunch of, like, courage points hidden in bushes. In this level, they're, once again, all over the place. Wonder if I can do something a little bit silly here. Bear with me. Nope, not quite. But I can fight off some spiders. I actually love fighting spiders. It's so much fun. There we go. I can probably do it from right here. Maybe not. I'm trying to get, like, up here onto this little shelf. There we go. Basically, you're supposed to get up here by, like, climbing a vine a little bit later on. But why do that when I can do this? There we go. And now, I can get all of the stuff up here without even having to worry. I will have to backtrack a little bit, because there are a bunch of, like, spiders and stuff that I want to deal with, or that I have to deal with, I suppose, is the better term for it. I actually really like the way that, like, all of the hidden stuff is laid out in this level. There we go. And then is that all the spiders? I think it is. Definitely missed a thing. There we go. There's actually a couple ways to get up without taking the normal intended path. One of them is to do this right here, where you just kind of aim for this rope and jump up. But I missed it because I'm bad at the game, so Oh, you know what though? I lowered a rope already, so I don't even have to worry about it.
Millions of weapons.
These guys, normally I just use the sword on instead of the stick, because I can, like, actually jump attack them if I do that. Although, instead of doing either of those things, I could just, like... Hold on a moment. I hate that you can shield with your sword, my guy. I can just do that instead. That's probably actually the easier way.
A rotten tree.
Bro, the tree's texture isn't even loaded, it's just completely black. However, I will still... Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this the more fun way. Just to show off a silly little, like, attribute of this, like, level. Hold on a moment. We're gonna make a save, because why not? Did I already get everything over here? I most certainly did. I think, yeah, just climbing up to the top, just to make sure. But yeah, the thing about a lot of objects in this game is, even the ones that supposedly require, like, the stones to hit them, they just, like, work anyway, if you hit them with your stick or your sword. There's a couple of exceptions to that rule, but in general, anything that you can hit with, like, one weapon, you can hit with other weapons. But yeah, you're supposed to get up there by, like, crossing over and then going across that rope right there. But again, you don't have to do that. You can just go up there any, like, number of ways. It's kind of a little bit silly. Bruh, please, I'm begging you. There we go. Wait, why did I not grab that? There we go. Courage points. More of my favorite enemies in the game. Alrighty, nice. Then there's a bunch of courage points on this rope. I think I got them all. Yeah, I did. Okay, epic.
Finally, a camp. Oh my.
Bro, there's just a bro chilling over here. What's up, bro? Hello.
Hello.
Who are you? You don't look like any elf or goblin.
That's kind of funny.
I
He's
am
just
Corbin.
like,
I'm
hi.
From Lake Town.
Hello. I'm Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit of the Shire, and I'm looking for my friends. Did you see 13 dwarves run through here?
No, but I did see the spiders carry about a dozen wriggling bundles of spider silk through that web.
That's unfortunate.
My friends were not so lucky. The spiders killed every man in my camp, including my brother.
I am sorry about your brother.
You could burn through those.
I've
webs
always
if you had
thought
some
that
oil.
the delivery of
We'll find
that
some in
line
the
was a
camp
little
if
bit
you want.
awkward, where he says, I am sorry about your brother. It just doesn't quite, like, that's not how one would normally say that, I don't think. But, you know, whatever, it's not a big deal. What is a big deal is that, we're coming up to another fun area with more of my favorite enemies in the game. Not actually, by the way. These guys aren't actually my favorites in the game, but they are a lot of fun to deal with. I love them. Especially when you have the cool jump attack. It's just, it goes hard. There we go. And they're all dead. Easy peasy. That is everything. And then over
There's
here,
nothing like this in Hobbiton.
there's supposed to be some amount of, like, puzzles that you do, but why would I do that if instead I can just do that? And get basically the same result. There we go. Waiting for the poison to wear off a bit. There we go. And then there's a chest hiding over here in the little corner. Hello. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, no, we're resetting the chest. Literally never made a mistake on chests in my life. Ignore all of the mistakes I've made. Hold on, can I just, like, imagine? Imagine? Hold on. No, I wanna try it again, actually. This is gonna be a second. Imagine, though. Imagine you don't even have to take ropes, because you can just... Okay, no, we're not spending all the time on that. Instead, I'll just do this. To get up here and get the courage points. Now that rope is down, so don't have to worry too much about all this. However, I do need to go in here and just, like, raise the water. Only a little bit scary. Just waiting for the water to rise. Just waiting. And waiting. And waiting. And let's go. I'm not patient enough for all this.
Everything they touch.
Die! All of you can die. Bro, actually just no damage. That's cool. I love this game when it's good. Green. 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 That's a 6 cycle. There we go.
This oil should help burn those thick webs.
And we got the oil, but that's not all I'm concerned about doing right now, because there's some more stuff for me. Specifically, well, okay, specifically right there, but more specifically, this. Oh, really? How did that not... Okay, whatever. There we go. Now he's dead. So that one did like half damage to him, which was kind of funny. Every once in a while, that kind of like quirky, awkward stuff happens. That block, in theory, like, it's a lot easier to pull it, but in theory you don't even need to, because there's like a spot from here where you can just jump up and grab this for some reason. I don't know if I can actually find the spot, but there is like a little spot here where if you just jump from the ground, you can just jump up and grab this. It's kind of tight. And kind of cool as well. Yeah, no, I'm only going to go for this for like a couple seconds and then not ever again. As a matter of fact... Man, I say I'm only going to go for this for a couple seconds and then I try it for like 2 hours. Imagine. The Hobbit Let's Play by Crixium1998. Moment. What is happening here? Camera in this game is a little bit wild sometimes. Yeah, no, we're not going to spend too much time on that. I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do instead. Bruh, you won't even roll? Honestly, I think that's close enough. Yep. Close enough for me, anyway.
Ooh, someone must have lost this.
Chests.
I'd better keep it safe.
So much chest. So much chest. Many time. Bro, and I even got another health potion. These health potions are epic. Boom. Nope. There we go. Fun time. Now we get to climb back out of the cave. Going up this way. As a matter of fact... No, you know, I'm not even going to bother with that. I was going to say I wonder if I can jump from there up to that area, but I already know that I can't. And besides, even if I could, that wouldn't be the most efficient way of getting up to this next layer. Bro, the spider is like all glitched out. This game is the best sometimes, dude. But no, the actual best way to get up to that layer is just to jump from here. Like, you can just legit jump from this layer and grab the ledge above. Sometimes. Let me see if I can do that. Man, this whole section of Let's Play is just going to be Crix tries his best to go into areas that he's not supposed to go to yet. Okay, maybe I can't. Dude, imagine I actually get this. Yeah, no, it's not happening. At least not now at this moment in time. Although, I could just, like, kind of No, that wouldn't work either, actually. Anyway, I know that there is a way, I just can't do it right now. But y'all just trust. Oh, actually, I'm not even thinking the right thing. There's like 20 different ways of getting up there, and I'm bad at all of them, so we're not going to do any of them right now. Instead, I'm just going to go on the normal path, which is what I should have done in the first place. Hello? There we go. Oh, I didn't even need it. That's... whatever. There we go. Down we go.
I say, Corwin,
Give
I
the
found
man
this
his
ring in the
ring.
other camp. Is this yours?
My brother's ring. It's been in our family
That's
for
crazy.
generations.
Wonder if
Thank
that ring will
Jim
turn you
Hobbit, for
invisible.
finding this keepsake.
Anyway, can of oil into the fire, and that causes the web to burn.
The path is clear. Good luck finding your friends.
Big. Thanks, bruh. What else do you say now?
The path is clear.
Oh, thanks. Okay. See ya. Thanks for all of the very helpful
Nori's cave. I must
dialogue.
be on the right track.
Die. 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 Bro, why are they being smart? Whatever. They're all dead. Maybe. Mostly. Oh, wait, actually, yes, they are all dead. No, they're not. There we go. Now they're all dead. Okay, I'm actually right this time. Yay. That's crazy. Anyway, got the chest. Coolio, coolio. Heading on this way. Up to the vines. Okay, that is everything, as a matter of fact. And then here, once I cut this web, like 3,000 spiders instantly pop out and try to snipe me. That's not a big deal, though. Hold on, what's that? Is that part of the rock sticking through? You know, this game is just the best. Anyway, onward we go. So many things to be collected. Ah, I see I have missed some. And I definitely can't make that jump, so I'm just gonna go back this way instead. Oh, I didn't even stay on the rope long enough for it to fall. There we go. This was the thing that I was trying to make it to earlier that just didn't want to cooperate. Not that it's a big deal, because I'm up here now. And that is what matters. Anyway, why did I do that? I attempted to long jump, but then I changed my mind a bit too late and tried the slash jump, and just got like a normal slash off the ledge. Whatever, it provides a more fun Let's Play. So that's all that matters. Speaking of Let's Plays, heading down here. These guys aren't even going to be that big of a deal. Almost guarantee it. Wow. That wasn't very nice. Ow. That's fine, you're dead now. I tell you, some rock is simply the best. And then in this area, obviously, so there's these silver pennies up here that are in the tree. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that you're not supposed to be able to do to get to the other areas early, which I will do here in a moment. Bro, I'm begging you. What are you doing, my guy? There we go. For some reason, he really just didn't want to throw the rock in the direction that I was facing. Wait, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Okay, explosive rocks. I don't think I took any, like, damage during all that, though. Oh, nice, another health potion. Bro, this game's giving me so many health potions. Don't even need them. Do these exploding rocks respawn? They do. Nice. Do these rocks respawn? They probably don't. I think the mushrooms respawn, though, maybe. But yeah, anyway, there's a bunch of, like, crazy stuff that you're supposed to do to get to this area in general, but I don't feel like doing some of it, so I'm just going to long jump to that little rope the way that I did to get there a bit more efficiently. And then, alrighty, grab the blue, grab this, grab the chest, grab that. Bro, that was a little bit scary, actually. I almost messed up my movement. Heading over here just to lower this rope. Nice. Then I should be able to... Yep, perfect. Brown chest. Over this way. The reason I went around to lower that rope, by the way, is for just in case I miss the jump back here. Because it's possible to jump back this way. Yeah, super annoying to do, actually, so that's kind of why I did it the way I did it. But, you know, I think I should save, is what I think. And then, perfect. I don't think there's anything up here, because I believe I already got... Yeah, I already got the stuff that was up here. So next would just be this, followed by this. And then if I can make it, which I might not be able to, nice. Very easy, actually. Talked about how I might not be able to make it and then made it first try because I am just that skilled. That said, not going to try to do it again because that would be a bad idea. So instead, I'm going to go the easy and free way to get back over here, which is this way. Thankfully, there's a little bit of, like, shallow water right here where you can just, like, step in it perfectly.
It looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
Alrighty, now, any guesses as to how we're going to kill the up-and-coming boss? I love Bilbo's faces here as well.
My wrist.
There we go. Beautiful. And then I got to spawn in some of these guys too. Bro, why do I have my stones out? Whatever. Not even that big of a deal. Ow. You know what? Die. Die. And die. There we go. The nice thing about this room is that these mushrooms actually just, like, infinitely respawn. Which means that you have, in theory, infinite mushrooms forever. But yeah, that's the entire boss fight. As you can tell, it was very, very difficult, and I had to retry a lot to do it. You know, add 3,000 to the death counter because I died 3,000 times there. This chest is actually kind of not being very nice right now. Anyway, saving at the pedestal. One of these, when you break it, spawns some spiders. Yeah. Not a lot of spiders, but some. Ah, please. Okay, thank you. Bruh, they're actually all spawning. Wait, is that all of them? That is all of them. Well, that was easier than I thought. And then here, there's a couple webs here. This last one... Actually, I don't think the webs spawn spiders. I think it's in general, going through the trigger spawns a bunch of spiders. Bruh, I am begging you. Okay, you know what? You can die. And then the rest of you can also die. Die. And is that all of them? I think that's all of them. That is all of them, actually. And then this chest right here, I believe, is one that gives me a Waters of Vigor. Either that or that's a blue chest in the next area. But I think it's that... Yep, I was right. Which means that now I should have 3 of them. Making sure I didn't miss anything, although I can just kind of cheat and go back for a bunch of mushrooms here to refill my health. Hold on, do the rocks respawn too? The rocks do not respawn. So I can't get infinite rocks from here, but I can get infinite mushrooms, which is what I did. And there's one more little area here. I don't remember whether more spiders spawn cutting this web. Okay, the answer is no, they don't. The answer is I'm gonna climb this giant tree. That's the answer. Alrighty. Red courage points. Up the rope. Which, my older brother Curtis has informed me that the yellow ones are supposed to be vines at this point. And, I don't care. They're all ropes. Whoa. Hello? That was fun. So there's this little thing where, like, when Bilbo is reaching out toward a rope, he kind of just always jumps toward that direction no matter what. Like, no matter what direction you're trying to jump, he can just decide to jump wherever he wants. So, okay, accidental death count so far is at, what, 1? I think that might actually be my first accidental death. That's not what I wanted to do, by the way. But that's fine. We'll see if I can avoid doing that again. This rope right here actually causes a whole bunch of trouble when I'm playing this game. Because, like, if you're standing right here and you're trying to jump toward this land, for some reason he will always jump toward that rope and land down here. So this rope is a huge pain because of the rope mechanics. That's one that I managed to avoid, fortunately, but obviously I did not manage to avoid the whole, like, rope death thing in general, because this game is bad. There we go. Oh, sorry, did I say this game is bad? I should clarify, I do like this game. It just annoys me sometimes with some of the things that it does, and some of its little, design quirks. Onward we go. And then this chest, I believe, has the sword training scroll in it, which is going to allow us to become, like, Jedi Masters or something. It does have 8 puzzles, which is, you know, worthwhile for... Or, the sword scroll is worth the 8 puzzles, I should say. There are some other chests in this game that have, a large number of puzzles where I'm just like, why does it need that many? Doesn't matter. What does matter is that we are now almost at the top. Just a bit more climbing. Up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Alrighty. Onward we go. Okay, if I had missed that again, I was just gonna reset the chest. Some of these chests can be a little bit annoying. This part can also be a little bit annoying because it's possible for... I don't know, RNG, I'm not sure what it is. It's possible for you to miss courage points on the slide down just because the Bilbo doesn't feel like grabbing them. Like he's just barely not close enough to them or whatever. Oh, I didn't like that one, but I did manage to get it anyway. That's what matters.
Barlene's belt. Got to be close.
Alrighty. Oh. That's all then, okay. And then here, I believe this next web spawns a whole bunch. This is where the amount of spiders actually starts to become a little bit, like, ridiculous. Like, if ever there was a combat trial that I was gonna die at, it would probably be this level. Ah! There we go. Okay, please let me go. Thank you. Bro, really? Okay, fine. I'll just kill you normal then. Bro, I can't even jump attack him with the sword because he's frozen. This game is the worst. Oh, I need some mushrooms. There we go. Hold on, is that all of them? No, not quite. But it's almost all of them. There we go. Now they're dead. Okay, that's actually all of them. Now I get to deal with these guys. My favorite enemies in the game. I will make that joke until the day I die. Although those plants are actually quite fun to fight. They're more fun than spiders, at least. Man. Right now is around the time when I start thinking about some of the later levels, specifically like Gathering the Clouds. You know, I don't even want those mushrooms yet. Okay, spam! There we go, okay. Bruh, please, I'm begging you to quit. Okay, now is the time when I start thinking about those mushrooms that are way back here. Yeah. Good time to think about them, too. Okay, that's almost all the smaller spiders. There we go. And that is all the spider. What? Maybe not. He baited me. Bro. Okay, now that is all the spiders, I think. Not even confident in my own saying of that anymore. Bruh. There we go. There we go. Oh, nice. I got a health potion and it refilled my, Yeah, okay. Now... Okay, I did get all the chests. And almost all the coins. I missed one coin somewhere in the level. Honestly, I don't even know what to think of that. The fact that there's just, like, one coin chilling somewhere. I mean, there's no going back for it at this point, and it's not like the coins are the biggest deal in the world anyway, because what am I going to use them to buy? Potions? Keys? All things that I'm really not even using and that I have a surplus of anyway?
If I don't cut those dwarves down, the spiders will eat them for sure.
Quick, my sisters. There is a disturbance.
Wicked.
Who intrudes?
Wrath.
Is some creature trying
And
to
wild.
steal our food?
I think I'd better hurry.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back to this section of level in my next part of the Let's Play. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. I hope you guys have been enjoying what you've seen so far.
I can't leave until I rescue the dwarves.
I know I've been having fun. Hopefully you guys have too. And yeah, I will definitely be back next time. So, as always, let me know what you think. Let me know what you would like to see more of, what you would like to see less of, what you would like to hear less of. And until then, see ya.